Oh no, that chick is gonna die. Dude, we literally, okay, so this says there's this neurotoxin algae in the water, hence the murkiness, I'm guessing. I don't know though. But there's this chick and she was literally peddling this stuff into her face. She's gonna die. She's right there.
Rest in peace.
Man, I mean, nature, it comes for you. We're rolling. Way to get out of town again, it's not safe. It's not safe out there in California.
Welcome back to That Was Mint. It's part of our special vacation escape.
Escape from LA.
It's part of our escape from LA. This is the first podcast in a hotel room, and That Was Mint history.
Ever.
That's right. If we ever take this live one day on a tour, maybe it'll happen again.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a hotel That Was Mint.
Who knows?
I mean, I don't mind it. It's a nice way to pass the time in the evening.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. It's a nice little... but you might see some more podcast footage from the escape from LA.
From LA, yeah.
There's a chance if the police officers...
If the police don't confiscate the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what really happened was we collabed with David Dobrik, and things got messy.
They got a little messy.
Let's just say we were in Zion. There were some deer and some wild boars.
Yeah.
And David, you know David.
You know the rest of the story.
You know David.
Should we talk about that first?
Yeah. Why not? Let's go for it.
Let's do that first. So if you are unfamiliar, or if you just aren't up to date with internet.
Who? David who?
Yeah, who's David? That part, hopefully, I mean, if you've seen YouTube, you've probably seen this dude show up. He's a internet vlogger. Primarily, he was a Viner.
Yeah, ex-Viner. But not one of the treasured ex-Viners.
No.
Because I'd say there's some real national treasures that are ex-Viners. Like, I won't write them all off.
Oh, yeah. There's some people that made Vine that maybe in the moment I was like, I don't like Vine. But looking back.
Even those Paul boys.
Yeah.
They're entertaining.
Well, they're entertaining for a different reason. They're entertaining in the sick, twisted, what does humanity come to way.
Like the Kardashians with the male version.
But David Dobrik, I guess, was a popular Viner. Again, I didn't use Vine, so
Me neither.
I had never heard of him until he got big on vlogging. The first episode I saw of his was where he was with Josh Peck.
Oh,
and I was like,
the boy.
I was like, oh, wow. I like Josh Peck.
Yeah, I forgot they were friends.
This video is short, I decided I'd check it out. I hadn't heard of the guy at all. I can't say that it wasn't entertaining. Like the first vlog I saw, relatively wholesome. There wasn't a lot of edgy stuff in the first one I saw, So when I saw that one, I thought, okay, it's not the best entertainment, but okay. He's got Josh Peck in it. Maybe there's something here. Well, if you don't know, David Dobrik's fame has only risen over time. He has his own social media app now. I guess it was the owner of a women's soccer team.
Something like that.
He's crazy rich.
Crazy rich. Crazy famous.
Super influential on
Top
YouTube.
of the world, honestly.
Yeah. But very recently, and others on YouTube have delved into this much more in detail than we will, because
Paytas.
Trisha Paytas.
She cried on probably on some floor somewhere and explained it all. You could probably find that on the internet. Look it up.
Yep. That's not a diss against her. I'm just saying, if you want to hear the details.
Yeah, she probably has the best.
It's probably out there. Look up the research somewhere else. We're here to talk about this guy, right?
Yeah.
This guy David.
This guy David Dobrik.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
Well, this just gets into a little theory. I don't know if I've discussed this on the show before. I've definitely discussed this with you, Justin. The little theory of if someone's like very outwardly nice and all about just like, I don't know, just super like overly like happy and and
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, just like you should be cautious because like you never know what those kind of people are like trying to hide. Because
Yeah.
I always feel like that disingenuous, like super happy demeanor, like they're trying to hide something usually.
Mm.
Unless they're like genuinely like that, which is like uber duper rare.
Oh yeah, it's really rare.
Yeah,
I know people
really
who
rare.
are 100% optimists all the time. I've
Yeah.
never seen them negative ever. And I know that, and I know them well enough to where I'm like, okay, that's genuine. Like you're not faking it.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes, and so, and we even kind of talked about it when we were with Davis this last time with our unnamed teacher who we had many theories about his mysterious past.
Mysterious teacher man.
But like because he dodged the question of his past so often, it led people inevitably to go, okay, let me look into this guy. It's kind of a similar theory with when somebody's super duper nice in Hollywood or whatever public image
figure.
Because, if someone's perceived as, wow, this is the nicest guy ever, then of course people are going to go, but that makes me more suspicious of that guy than maybe the one that acts quite delinquent-ish.
Well, towards my theory, I got Tom Hanks on Epstein's Island, and I got David Dobrik with what would you say, like aiding and
Enabling
and condoning some detestable
I'd even say
sexual
encouraging.
acts.
I'd say encouraging too.
Yeah, encouraging. Yeah.
Because
Because there's footage of him literally like
he had
being like, "Hey,
even if he didn't in the moment, which is bad enough, right? It'd be bad enough if he. It's bad enough that he, if he wasn't involved in it at all. The fact, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it makes sense. If he wasn't involved in it at all, and wasn't encouraging it in the moment, it's still bad because he was there and didn't do anything to stop it because it's a wrong situation. Again, Google it for yourself. We're not going to talk about it here. But the fact that he edited it and he uploaded it for a while. It was on the internet for quite a while. But then also on top of that, he was a part of it. So
yeah." See, I don't know. I feel like if you're in like a group of people that like kind of openly sexually assaults and abuses women, like you all know about it, and it's like pretty out there. Like I like if you like if you know someone that like has done something like that, but you like didn't know, like it was like a secret.
yeah,
Like this doesn't apply to you. But there's like a group of people that like one dude does it, and maybe like all these dudes are even in the same room, right? Or even the same house. If it's happening in the same house and no one's doing anything about it,
yeah,
I don't know. That's a like you're condoning it. You're saying you're okay with it, but C, it's like okay, well, you're probably doing it then. I don't know. You don't just get okay with it. Like they're doing it. Like they're probably doing things like that.
yeah.
It's probably not proof. Probably not as much evidence. Probably a lot more careful. They probably don't that guy Dom or what's that guy?
Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom. Yeah, they probably honestly uploaded those videos and did those things because they're like, we don't really care as much about this guy. Maybe they're not as cautious about protecting his reputation. Maybe they think people won't go after. Who knows? But
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. My little game theory. I don't know.
I think that any way you slice it, it's wrong behavior. That's not a new take. Everyone agrees on that. But yeah, just like I was telling you, I didn't say it on the podcast yet, but I've never seen, and I don't even care about YouTube drama that much, but I've never seen like a allegation throwing type thing where there's this much hard evidence of like, yeah, it happened.
Yeah.
And by the person who it's against, nonetheless. Like David took all that footage by himself and just put it on the internet.
And it's just disillusionment. Like, God, I'm a god, I can't get caught.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. And it's so to wrap up a bit of that story, at least where we're at when we're recording this. He is not an owner of a soccer team. I think they booted him off.
Yeah.
A bunch of brand deals are gone. I don't even think he's with his own social media app company anymore.
No, they don't want the bad PR vortex or whatever.
Sure.
So
I don't think he's on the decline for sure.
yeah.
He's got a lot of subscribers and followers and people, like children, a lot of very young teenage people.
People that don't care.
Really watch, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Mhm.
People that'll be like,
Although I've heard like a lot of fan accounts of David Dobrik are posting a lot of this, like footage. So like even kind of people who are
yeah.
fans of his are like, that's a little.
Well, no, I'm sure there's plenty of fans that are not with it.
I wouldn't be.
But he'll retain like a small pool of people that are just like,
no, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Or like you had, there's all this like, I don't know. I guess there's kind of an expectation of people when there's a gorilla outside our window.
Yeah, there's a gorilla outside our window.
He keeps following us.
He's kind of just swinging from the rafters. There's this homeless guy following us too, but we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about him. Don't say his name.
3 times.
3 times at the Denny's. I don't know. I guess it doesn't have to be at the Denny's. Just don't say his name ever.
Yeah, just anywhere really.
But I guess the moral of the story is if you're thinking about making a YouTube account, I say go for it. YouTube's a fun place if you're creative.
Yeah, it's fun.
But
I like making YouTube videos.
Yeah, but if you're in the giant public eye, as one such as David Dobrik is, perhaps don't base your content in, such
carnal.
Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah,
such carnal topics and
carnal content.
Yeah, carnal content. Don't do that.
Good.
Don't base it, and then certainly don't be surprised when it comes back to, get you at some point.
Yeah. Plus, YouTube's getting clean. Like you just gotta like deal with the reality and the facts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say our channel. We don't curse.
No.
If we do, we bleep it.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, it's a very rare occasion.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just miss one. I'll miss it in editing, but like, it's so far into the video that YouTube's algorithm isn't going to be like child unfriendly, because then you'd have to some YouTube guy would have to go in manually.
Well, I've even come across big videos where late in they miss a bleep, and it's fine.
Yeah, you can still make whatever you want on YouTube, but they are certainly way more.
Well, you certainly can't, get paid, or you can't. I don't know. You can't like make it YouTube if you're gonna be like doing some like old school like stuff where you're just like swearing like a sailor and talking about literally whatever. Like, there's rules now, and it sucks, but there's rules. It's not the Wild West anymore. Yeah.
Which is why as annoying as some of them can be, it's why you see a lot of your favorite YouTubers probably get sponsor deals where they're like, this is sponsored by Skillshare. This is sponsored by Raycon. This is sponsored ExpressVPN. It's obnoxious, sure, to be sitting there like, oh, my new whoever video is out. I got to skip a minute of it because there's an ad. Usually, sometime. But,
not if you have ad blocker.
But
I don't.
But it's like embedded in the video.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Where they're like, today we're going to
talk. I always skip those.
I skip it. No disrespect to whoever I'm watching. I just want to see the video. But
get that money. It does. No one's going to know that I skipped it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, that's the only way YouTubers like Donkey and Donkey's the only one I can think of right now.
No, I don't mind if a video's sponsored, because that's just like, oh yeah, that's just like your job. That's nice that you get to be a YouTuber. That's fun. Like,
but I feel like people like PewDiePie got big back in the day, and he did a lot of that where he was just gaming and yelling. But he got so big so fast before YouTube started cracking down on stuff, that now PewDiePie doesn't need a sponsor to stay on the internet, no matter what the content he puts out is, because he's already so big. So like, you missed your window if you're like a.
Yeah, if you're edgy, just go on. There's other platforms, man, for video. There's so many. Just go somewhere
else, or hope that you get good enough at YouTube or big enough that a sponsor is actually willing to sponsor you. Because if that happens, that'd be awesome. But YouTube. Do you
It's fun though.
know it's fun?
Good time.
It's fun when you get it working.
What were you gonna say, sir?
I was gonna say I'm tired. You ever heard of Vidler?
Vittler?
Yeah, me neither.
What?
Vidler was I was just trying to think of other platforms to stream videos on. I thought of Vimeo, which is I don't use Vimeo personally.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty good for embedding like a link onto a website, I guess. For a lot of businesses, they upload stuff on Vimeo. That's what I've heard. And that's my experience in uploading videos to Vimeo. But there was a site called Vidler, I guess.
Okay.
I only know that, and I didn't know if you'd heard of it ever, because I think I'm the only human who's ever heard it. I watched a guy back on YouTube, and I don't know what his name was, because his YouTube is long gone, and I'll never find it again. But he was Let's Playing Sonic Adventure DX, the first Sonic Adventure. And I was like, oh, this guy's kind of good. And then at the end of his series, he said, I'm not doing YouTube anymore. I'm moving to Vidler. And as a kid, I was like 11, 12.
Vittler.
And I was like, what is Vidler?
It's still around?
I don't know. So I was confused. I wondered if maybe Vidler was this secret, like video sharing site that I'd never heard of before.
Vittler.
Yeah, I don't know what it. And he made a big deal out of it. He was like, I hate YouTube. This was like 2010. This guy was saying this. Maybe later than that.
This has something to do with nurses.
Nurses?
Yeah, like making.
How'd you spell it?
Nurse videos. Vittler. Online sales training platform with integrated tools for practice and evaluation. The Vidler service offers video-based instruction and optional coaching. Oh, it's like Skillshare type thing.
How'd you spell it?
Viddler.
Oh, okay, that is Vidler. That's how the guy spelled it. So, he was moving to a self-care?
No, it's more like Skillshare. Like, oh, here's how you like code, or like, oh, here's how you like use JavaScript. Here's how you use Microsoft Suite.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Wait, so then okay, it must not have been that. Like
Vidler.
It must have been no, but it was definitely Vidler. I'm saying maybe that website was not for that back in the day.
Well, you were 11. It was probably a little bit ago, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So things could have changed.
Who knows? Yeah. What else you got to talk about?
Oh, I got some stuff.
Let me make sure the video's still recording.
You do that while you check to see. Okay, I got one for you.
Okay.
Shakespeare just got canceled.
Why?
Insensitivity to women or something like that. But it's okay because I had no idea what he was talking about in the first place. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, how did you figure out what he was saying? Because I couldn't.
I couldn't figure out what was he insensitive to women about?
Dude, it's like, you know, there's like, oh, they combed through everything and found like 5 little things that were outdated because it was written like 400 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's going to be a little outdated, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just canceled. I think at this point, it's literally people like the feeling and they like dogpiling on people. They like canceling stuff.
Yeah.
And they're running out of things to cancel. And no one wants it to end. It's like the party. No one wants the party to end. So.
Well, because it's like it must feel fun.
Yeah. It
like
must be very satisfying to them.
Because everyone everyone in life wants to take down the bad guy and be the one that's like, oh, I've uncovered this secret. No, the public isn't talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to share this. And sometimes it's true. I'm not denying that sometimes it is true. But a lot of times, with Shakespeare, I don't know. I haven't read what he said, what the writings were, but yeah. I'm sure whatever it was.
And I don't like Shakespeare. I hate Shakespeare.
Yeah, I'm not a
but
fan.
I hate cancel culture more.
That tells you something, folks.
So I'll defend freaking William Shakespeare, the freaking nerdiest nerd of all time.
Of all time.
All time.
Yeah, I don't really care about Shakespeare. I've read like 2 things. I've read
Yeah.
Macbeth. Macbeth is Shakespeare, right?
Mm-hmm.
That shows you how much I know about Shakespeare. I forgot if it was him.
Yeah.
And I think I've read Romeo and Juliet. If not, I definitely know it well enough.
Yeah. On the bright side, this can't go on for much longer until like everything's been canceled, and then it's kind of just like, all right, it doesn't matter anymore, you know? Like once half, 3/4, whatever of everything is just canceled, it's just like, what even does canceled mean, you know?
I hope there's like celebrities obviously I hope don't get canceled. They're just that I like in general. A person, I don't know why he always comes to mind when I think, oh man, I hope I hope none of his past gets dredged up as Willem Dafoe. Wouldn't that be so sad?
That would be sad.
If somebody was like, yeah, Willem Dafoe
Man, I like that guy.
tweeted in 2008, I'm the Green Goblin baby or something like.
Something. Insert offensive tweet.
Yeah. But I don't know. Even if it's true or not, there's certain celebrities I would just be bummed.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, Willem, is that true? And even if it was, I don't know. It's just true. Remember when they tried to cancel Aziz Ansari?
They tried to cancel Aziz?
Yeah, do you remember that?
I think I do. Yeah.
This woman claimed that he like assaulted her
Aziz?
on a date. Yeah, Aziz Ansari. On like a date they had.
Aziz is like,
but I forget.
Is he like 4 feet tall?
He's like I don't know, he's pretty short. He's like 5'6", 5'7", I don't know. Point is, she said that he did all these things on their date, but then Aziz was like, no, it was just that you thought the date went bad. It ended up being like nothing, basically. Yeah. But that was
she had a bad time.
Yeah.
So in order to get back at him, she just tried to.
Yeah, that essentially, I'm simplifying it, but that's basically that was what it was, and that was right in the heat of everybody. That was Louis C.K., Harvey Weinstein, Mario Batali, Kevin Spacey, all a bunch of people. It was like 2017. I remember making a joke when all that was happening. It was right when I started film school, by the way. So I was talking to a friend of mine at the time who...
Root beer?
No, not root beer. My best friend.
Root beer.
No, it was not root beer.
Dang.
But I remember saying, I was like, it was another film student, and I remember joking, like, well, all these spots are getting filled up in Hollywood, I guess. Makes room for us, right? And they were like, oh, geez.
Maybe.
And I was like, I don't know. My reaction was more like, come on, man. I understand it's dark. That's the point of the joke.
Dark humor.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
But, I mean, it was true.
Yeah, I mean...
It was mostly actors getting canceled, but, still, I was sitting there like, well, there's a lot of people leaving Hollywood right now.
Yeah.
Kind of getting the boot forever.
Hopefully Hollywood just goes away.
I'd
be
cool.
fine with that.
What you'd still want films?
I would just want independent film. I'm okay not having blockbusters, mega big bango film. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine not having any more Marvel, any more stuff. I'm just fine. Literally, it'd be cool if film just became like this. Yeah, literally, what if there's just like 100 A24s and just all different cities all over the country?
That'd be awesome.
Just there wasn't just a place to go. Like you could do film anywhere.
It'd be great.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
I would love it. A24 actually, they're based in New York.
Yeah.
Which is like that's like the one whole. I was like, oh, I'd love to work for A24 when I graduate. They are in New York, and I'm like, I don't know that I want to go to New York.
I think you could survive in the Big Apple.
I could, but I don't know that I would like it too much.
No, well, no one likes it.
No one likes
Even
it.
the people there are like,
I would probably,
New
I,
York sucks.
I'll say I'd enjoy it a little bit if I had like a couple people there that I like knew,
Mhm.
but that's.
Do you know anyone in New York?
I know nobody in New York. Casey Neistat. Oh, he doesn't even live there anymore. He lives in California.
He does?
Yeah, he moved from New York to California. And I'll say, Casey, if you're watching this, and you're probably not,
But if you are.
but if you are, I think he doesn't vlog as much, to be fair to him. But the reason his like California videos weren't as big as his New York videos is because he was like the New York guy,
YouTuber, yeah.
the New York YouTuber. If you wanted to see New York in its New Yorkness, you went to see Casey Neistat. Then you moved to California, where last time I checked, every content creator in the world.
Yeah, I like that
lives.
New York kind of stuff.
I liked watching
Like
it.
old H3 in New
Yeah.
York, old JonTron in
Old
New York.
JonTron in New York. I liked
Old
seeing it.
Continue.
Oh yeah, I liked seeing it because I was like, oh, I don't live here. You know, I don't see this
Every
type of
day.
scenery every single day. It's kind of cool. Nice little window into the other side of the United States. But everybody moves to California because that's where everybody is. Like we were saying with Hollywood. If we just got rid of the center place and just said, hey, movies, or not even just Hollywood, but like Atlanta, Georgia's huge for movies. That's where all the superhero movies and all the big budget things are filmed. Canada, other countries.
Dubai.
The famous Dubai film industry.
The Dubai film industry. Bollywood.
Bollywood's fine. I don't have any bias against Bollywood.
Bollywood's fun.
Yeah,
the clips I've seen have been a good.
They seem like a good time. They could do their thing.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Like it. It's just different, you know. Like they like different stuff. So like their movies are just like shaped differently.
Yeah, I don't know what the culture is like in Bollywood. I hope it's not like Hollywood culture. I really hope it's not like Hollywood culture.
I hope not too. I hope it's better.
But
if anyone knows anything about Bollywood, you want to come on the podcast? If there's anyone from Bollywood, you want to come on the podcast?
That'd be pretty cool. Aren't they making in the new Eternals movie from Marvel, Kumail Nanjiani's in it?
Yes, he is.
And he's like a superhero. Wait, so the Eternals are aliens?
The Eternals are the gods of human mythology, but they are immortals, basically.
Okay.
So, basically, it says that aliens came from space and seeded life on Earth. They made the immortals, right? The immortals,
Sure.
which are gods, basically Zeus, Odin.
Mm-hmm.
Zeus and Odin, same guy.
Yep.
Based on same dude. Then there's the deviants, which are demons and monsters, and then there's the humans.
Okay.
And so humans have short lives, Eternals live forever. So Camille's probably some god. I don't know which one.
Yeah.
Maybe an Indian one. I don't know, or whatever. Pakistani.
Well, he's a. When I was just saying his like human alter ego that he's described the character as, because I guess they live on Earth, which is the most exciting thing for aliens to do, is put them on Earth.
Well,
a lot. I mean, maybe is that the comics origin?
Well, with Jack Kirby, he can make it interesting because obviously it's Jack Kirby.
Yeah.
And there's a kind of a Valhalla area, like Olympia.
Yeah.
That's like super high tech. But it's been done before, so we'll see how they.
All that to say, his human identity is that he's a Bollywood actor.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is kind of cool. I think that's cool.
I like that.
Will the movie be good? Oh.
Yeah, so he could be some kind of like Indian god or something.
Could be.
Well, he wouldn't be that. He, like their names are all like a little different, or like Zeus is Zeus.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus. You seen WandaVision?
No. And I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I've seen it. I'll say it's pretty good. It's all right. Like it's very interesting for about 4 or 5 episodes. And it's not bad after that, but like a lot of the mystery is gone very quickly. And the coolest part about the first couple episodes was the fact that you really didn't know what the heck was going on. And then they kind of just tell you everything in episode 4. which is frustrating for me because I like mysteries.
Yeah.
But the finale was like a very strange, kind of unsatisfying finale, even for people that are big fans of the MCU in a lot of ways.
Strange and unsatisfying.
Yeah. So they had. Well, if you heard, they brought Evan Peters back as Quicksilver, like the Quicksilver from X-Men.
Dude, it's great. It's just like in the comic books. Like, just death means nothing.
Well, but what happened was like the twist being like Wanda's controlling the whole world. Quicksilver shows up. It's not Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's Evan Peters, and she's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Oh wait, so it's the other one?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
No.
but okay, but so which was a cool reveal because like, oh, they're doing the multiverse.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. All right. Turns out, final episode. What do we learn? Oh, he's not Quicksilver at all. He's just a guy in the town that the evil witch, who's the villain, made Wanda think is Quicksilver. So they just cast Evan Peters.
So it's like a meme, like an Easter egg.
No, it was like a prank. It was like they're punking the audience basically, and nobody else. Like in unit, it was very strange. It built up to like nothing basically.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll go somewhere. I don't know, but it was very frustrating for me. Not just that, but a lot of other stuff in the episode.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be getting into WandaVision.
The first couple episodes are kind of good.
Yeah.
Like if you're familiar with older sitcoms, they're like decent homages to those. There's actually some pretty, like, for real good acting in episode 5, I think it is, from both Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen. Like, there's some really good acting in there. And I'm like,
Paul Bettany, the boy.
and I was like, ooh, like it started happening, and I was like, ooh, this is good. But that was the best part of the whole show.
Yeah.
Was the acting.
I mean, I barely watch TV anymore,
Mm-hmm.
so something has to be like I'm coming out of the woodwork for Barry for sure.
This is the most disappointing year for TV so far because none of my favorite shows are coming out. I thought all of my favorite shows were getting a new season this year. Like, none of them are. I thought Barry season 3 was coming out because they said it was going to come out 2021.
It's not?
Sounds like they're filming it. So it might be late 2021. Maybe.
Dude, Barry is so good.
It's
oh my
it's
gosh.
really good.
Oh my
If you've never seen Barry on HBO, it doesn't sound like it's as good as we say it is. Like if you read the synopsis.
No, it doesn't make sense.
The title's just Barry.
Mm-hmm.
If
you just Bill Hader just like
yeah.
It looks like it's a bad show.
It doesn't look good, but dude, it's like I get tense. Really tense.
Honestly, yeah, but like the most intense things ever are like Prisoners and Barry.
The film Prisoners.
Yeah, the film Prisoners and Barry.
That's true, though.
I am on the edge of my seat every single episode of Barry because like I care so much about all the characters, and I don't want Barry to get messed up.
Yeah.
And I care about Barry so much, and just the stakes are always just so high, and it's so insane. You just never know what's gonna happen.
That was the show that convinced me. I was like, okay, Bill Hader, he was the boy before, because he was like really funny, but now, oh man.
Well, you could tell he's a passionate
like he can do it all.
Consumer of film.
Oh yeah, he's a big film guy.
He's a big film guy. He can direct. He can act. He can comedy. He can dramedy. He can.
It was just watching it. I was like, oh my gosh, he's perfect. He could do all the acting.
Yeah. Hopefully he directs some movies.
I hope so.
I think that I'm hoping that's his goal. He's like, because that's the steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
SNL, comedian, TV show, then make your own TV show, and then make your own movie.
He's kind of he hasn't. I mean, not a lot of movies have come out recently, but
yeah,
he was in it. He was in It Chapter 2. He was the best part of It Chapter 2.
Yeah,
he was like one of the only things I really remember from that movie. I think it'll happen. I think he'll direct something cool. I feel. I'll finish my thought about TV shows and then I'll go into this. But Atlanta season 3, I thought was coming out this year.
Oh, no.
Also not coming out this year. Better Call Saul season 6, still not coming out this year. Those are the three like current shows that are on the air that I'm like, I get really excited for, and all 3 of them were supposed to come out this year, and it doesn't look like they are. But yeah,
It's a shame.
it's a shame. I was gonna say SNL actors that are like, I was talking about this a little bit. There's a lot of SNL actors from that era that are like transcending that. You know?
Yeah.
Not as much as Bill Hader, but I'm seeing Andy Samberg take on not more dramatic, but like more leading role.
Like what?
He's just the goofy guy, and more
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, like Palm Springs.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
It's a comedy, and he's funny in it,
Mm.
but he actually does like a little bit of acting, and he's like more. It's like, oh, he can actually be a leading man. That's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. Jason Sudeikis
Jason Sudeikis.
just won a Golden Globe for Ted Lasso,
Yeah, yeah.
which, to my understanding, is like the only reason Apple TV Plus is even a streaming service
Yeah.
still. Like that show is literally keeping that entire service afloat.
Yeah. I was thinking about watching it at some point because I guess they gave it to me free for a year when I bought my phone. I haven't.
Yeah. My parents have seen it. They said it's actually really good. And I watched the first episode. I was like, this is pretty good. I think I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like Jason Sudeikis
He's
a
got
lot.
a sweet mustache.
Oh, he's got a sweet mustache. But anyway, that whole era. So I'm telling Bobby Moynihan,
Bobby Moynihan.
He's-
Is he doing anything?
he's going to be.
Yeah.
Probably.
Did he quit?
He's not. Oh, he's not on SNL. Yeah,
Oh, he finally quit.
he hasn't been on for a few years.
So he's finally big thing for Bobby. Come on,
Oh, yeah.
Bobby.
Bobby Moynihan probably.
Come on, Bobby Moynihan.
I think I like him, but I think Fred Armisen's a little too weird to do like a serious drama thing.
Yeah, he's a little too
Eccentric.
goofy and eccentric.
Yeah. Love him, but don't think
Like maybe he could do like a serial killer.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be pretty. Yeah. SNL. We've talked too much about SNL this show.
Dude, actually, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a show that is completely slept on, that is absolute gold.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I enjoy better than SNL because I wasn't really allowed to watch SNL when I was growing up. I was allowed to watch this.
Yeah.
And this show for me, like, legendary. Dude, in living color.
Mm.
Jamie Foxx, Jim Carrey.
One of the Wayans, right?
What?
One of the Wayans brothers?
Yeah.
Or the dad?
Dude,
One
there
of them.
was so many good people and just, like, so many good sketches.
Mm-hmm.
And it ran for way shorter, so I feel like it was just, like, it's like this contained, like, thing.
Mm-hmm.
That you can be like, ooh. You know,
Yeah,
while
yeah.
SNL has so many, like,
Yeah.
like highs and lows and, like,
Yeah. SNL's not really
eras.
a show you can go,
Yeah.
oh, let's watch all of SNL, because there's
It's not
so
even a show. It's like a
it's like a yearly event, like with rotating.
like each cast is like a new
Participants.
show.
Yeah, that's true. And the guests are different every episode. So, yeah.
But like in Living Color is like close to Chappelle Show level humor. To be completely honest, like pretty close, like pretty good stuff.
I've seen a few clips, and I remember being pretty funny.
I think one that like killed me, like there's one, I think it was Jamie Foxx was like a slave or something, and he had like he had been a child who like this slave had taken into a bunker and then like hid underground with for like 60 years or something. So Jamie Foxx was an old man, but slavery was over. Like he was coming out of the bunker thinking slavery was still a thing, like in like coming out in like the 70s or something.
Yeah.
Madness.
I forget how funny Jamie Foxx is, because he does a lot of serious stuff.
Dude, he's an amazing, just
He's quite the talented
guy.
individual.
Okay, so Jim Carrey, Kevin Ivory Wayans,
Okay.
David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson, Kim Wayans, Damon Wayans, Sean Wayans. Oh, I guess they were all on it. So all of the Wayans were on it. Oh, was it?
It's okay. We still have the audio.
Oh, okay.
It'll just be visuals.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Lopez. How many Wayans were there?
Well, there was the dad, and then there was, I think, 2 brothers.
Chris Rock on there.
Sorry about that, folks. The video's back up. I hope actually. Well, I mean, last time that happened, where the phone was just turned off, I went back later and the whole video file was there. So I don't know. Maybe there's more video than I thought, but whatever you saw on the screen, sorry.
Yeah.
Put your headphones in and listen to that page.
But you should check it out. Fire Marshal Bill with Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
Great sketch.
Okay.
Stuff some go. I'll show you some tonight, actually.
Okay. Sounds good. In our hotel.
In our hotel room.
You know what I was watching
What?
the other day? Julian Smith. This is a nice hotel.
This for you. This is a nice hotel.
Indeed,
This is
a nice hotel. Indeed. There's only one bed. There's only one bed. Calling the air now. Tails
Tails
or
or
heads.
heads,
Both.
both.
Now we're sleeping in the same bed, but it's okay because we're
Yeah,
not telling
like
anyone.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good old YouTuber.
This is a nice hotel.
He doesn't really do much, which is kind of fine.
Yeah.
I think he might have sensed like, oh, YouTube's not the place to make. I think he's like getting more actual deals for filmmaking.
Yeah, I think he makes just like commercials, and
I think that's good.
he's not someone that's going to be in the public eye as a filmmaker, but he makes film.
Yeah, which he probably enjoys more.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be the way to go.
But I was rewatching a lot of old Julian Smith the other day, and I was like, my goodness, this guy was a pioneer.
Jeffrey Dallas.
But just like the production on some of those old videos, even where it's like 2009, you're like, what the heck was this filmed in 2014? It looks like professionally filmed and edited and acted, which are all videos I like now, where it's YouTubers that don't seem very professional, but it's like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Like Super Mega.
Yeah, Super Mega. You showed me some of their stuff. I thought was quite comical.
It's it doesn't seem like you watch a lot of their gaming stuff and you're like, these guys aren't filmmakers. And then you watch some of the stuff they end up doing in live action. You're like, oh man, very impressive.
Yeah. See, I've been on that low key stuff, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the nobody YouTubers.
Who's your favorite YouTuber that nobody knows about?
Favorite YouTuber that nobody knows about?
Or a small, like, more people should know about this guy.
More people should know about. Well, I was telling you about I'll give the shout out. Don't listen to this podcast.
Mm-hmm. That's not us saying don't listen to this podcast.
The podcast is called Don't Listen to This Podcast. And it's two Southern gentlemen, I think from like Arkansas or something. And they just chat. Honestly, I'd say it's similar to this podcast in that they chat about a lot of the same topics. They get a lot more political.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very entertaining.
Okay. Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about those guys.
Yeah. Very, I feel like kindred spirits, like the Southern versions of us. So if we were like Southern.
If we were Southerners.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this podcast. Check them out.
Yeah, check them out. But listen to this podcast.
But listen to this podcast.
We would love that.
And watch it for as much video as there is.
Yes.
However much there is, I don't know.
Yeah. Another guy I like, his name's Steve Wallace.
Steve Wallace.
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's getting up there. Like, he's not at 100K yet, but he's below there. But he's got like thousands.
Yeah.
And he just goes camping. He's really like some 50-year-old.
Oh yeah.
And his thing is like he doesn't really get like the whole. He's like not connected with the internet enough to like let anything go to his head. So it's
Right.
just the same dude who's just like, hey, I'm camping. It's Thursday again.
Yeah.
And he drops his camera over sometimes. Like, just does dumb stuff or like trips. Like, it's not, it's in good fun and it's not.
It's just
too
like a
serious.
guy with a camera doing his
going,
thing.
going on camping trips. And
Yeah.
it's kind of just feels like, oh, I'm just camping with this dude. And it's like super lit.
Nice.
Or Peter Kane, dog training. Love that guy.
Love that guy. See
his serious dog training videos and his comedy videos.
He's the one with the dog man, right?
Yeah, with all the cryptids, yeah.
Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to Ken Heron.
Ken Heron.
I just found out about him because I have a drone now. But he's like a drone guy on YouTube.
Oh, interesting.
But he's like kind of not an old guy, but he's an older guy, kind of goofy and eccentric, and very like, ho, let's go. Very kind of an out there dude.
Yeah.
I think he's in Tennessee, but he gives both fun drone advice where he goofs around with the drone, but he also gives like actual advice where he's like, oh, hey, this is actually something you should know when you're doing this, and this is how to do it safely. So I've seen a few of his videos. He's quite helpful, entertaining.
Yeah.
I
like this guy Bill's channel.
Yeah.
Another boomer. This guy's probably 60 or 70.
Mm-hmm.
And he
do we just like older?
I like the boomer YouTuber demographic, they're just not.
They don't have the social media brain, which is good.
Yeah, the brain of social media, of being viral, of growing your channel, of like and subscribe, and they're just more.
They just want to share videos, which is what YouTube was built for.
It's like watching Joe Exotic, like for real, like like watching all that footage of him. It's just he's just so him, Like that's the other thing is a 50, 60-year-old, 70-year-old, they're comfortable in their skin and they are not changing. You don't change a person like that.
Yeah.
They're like set in their ways. And it's just refreshing,
Yeah.
Because again, you see a guy like grow to, almost 100,000, probably could be at millions someday.
Yeah.
And he's not going to change an iota.
Yeah.
How he is.
That's cool.
Yeah, but Bill's channel, he does debunks. Quick debunks of viral videos and stuff, and it's pretty fun. Like, alien egg found, or
yeah, alien egg found,
real or fake, UFO sighted, real or fake, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like, I don't even know if he's accurate.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I would pull up my subscriptions to see who else I could think of, but my phone is recording, so I don't know. If I remember one, I'll say it.
Yeah. See, if I had two more, it'd be Joel Haver.
I think I've heard of him.
He just makes animations and stuff.
Yeah.
Very like monotone, kind of like. He kind of talks like this and all his stuff, and all of his animations and things are just kind of, I don't know.
Sounds familiar.
Like really nervous, kind of. He's just real nervous, and he made one animation. It was playing an RPG for the first time, and it's like, oh, you go through the RPG and like kill everybody, and then they're like, "Where's my son? Like, where's my uncle? I miss them." Like I need my medicine or something, and you feel super bad about what you've done.
This guy's not a small YouTuber. I'm sure you've heard of him, but Gus Johnson. I just love Gus Johnson. That's like what I think of when I think of like a modern YouTuber, but doing old school YouTube type videos, where it's like a skit for 20 seconds and that's it. Or actually, you know what? Not obscure, but slightly less huge as Gus Johnson, Eddie Burback.
Oh yeah, Eddie.
Great videos from Eddie. I like that whole crew of like him and Nikki Jeeki and like Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez and all those boys. All them boys. Naked Jacob.
Naked Jacob, yes.
Uploads once every
decade.
5 months.
Yeah, at least we've been uploading more consistently.
Yeah. Would you rather be like if it wasn't a podcast show, would you rather be somebody that uploads like once a week and it's all like pretty good videos, or like Nakey Jakey where he uploads like twice a year basically, but his videos are really well put together and he's like, okay, this is the video.
Financially,
He has clothes that are pretty popular. I looked it up and they're like almost all sold out.
okay.
He makes music. He's got a Patreon still, I'm sure. Probably as a sponsor. Yeah, I don't know if he does YouTube full time. He might do other things. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like maybe the every once in a while on YouTube, and then maybe like Patreon things.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to go these days, is the whole Patreon
Yeah.
model. But we'll probably never get there.
Probably not. I just never want to feel like pressured to upload.
Yeah.
I don't want
True.
I don't know that we'll get that big, but I don't want it to be like, where's the podcast? It's been a month. Like sometimes we just don't do, not just the podcast. We haven't done like a facts about video in a while. But that's
the good thing about not being popular is there's no pressure.
There's no pressure. Exactly.
There's like maybe some local pressure, like one guy being like, dude, I want to see a video. And you're like, oh, okay.
Okay. I'll work on it.
Yeah, I'll work on it,
You
bro.
go work on it. Oh. We're at like 52 minutes right now on the episode. Just saying, just to update on the time.
Noise.
Anything else you want to talk about? Is the gorilla still out there?
Oh, the gorilla put the mat back on the jacuzzi.
They took it off?
No, they put it back on, so the gorilla's leaving.
Okay, that's good. That dang gorilla.
Anything else?
His jacuzzi.
Let me check.
We hope you're enjoying the Escape from LA content. I don't know when this video is coming out in relation to the other videos. So
yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you've seen some of it before. Maybe this is your first foray into. I don't know. I don't know what I'm uploading in what order. So we shall see. If you're ever in the greater Utah area, you got to stop by this place, this restaurant called the Thunderbird Restaurant.
Thunderbird Restaurant.
Some great stuff there.
Yeah. What kind we got the Roadhouse burger.
Mm-hmm.
They put ham on the burger, guys. Ham on the burger.
A hamburger. I have destroyed him. I've destroyed his mind. Yeah, it's not called the hamburger.
It's not called the hamburger,
but
it has ham in
They
it.
put ham on it. They put bacon on it. Rub some bacon on it.
Rub some bacon on it. Rub some bacon on
If a friend comes up to me with like not even a friend, if anybody comes up to me with like a terrible injury, I'm going to tell them to rub some bacon on it.
Rub some bacon on it.
I just probably rub some bacon on it and see what they do. If they're cool, they'll laugh.
If they're cool, they'll laugh.
Mm-hmm.
My son's arm got ripped off. Rub some bacon on it.
Did you rub some bacon on it?
Did you rub some bacon on it?
No, I did not yet. I'll get around to it.
I think I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything else. You're actually it's a little shorter podcast today.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, you're getting extra podcasts.
Yeah, you're getting extra podcasts because we're going to film more.
We're going to film another one. With who? Where?
Oh, yeah. Where would we? We'll figure that out later.
We'll figure that out in our tech department.
Who? Where? Guest? Wait, did we come to Utah for a reason?
For perhaps one specific person?
Yeah, we didn't just come here to stay in a hotel. We came here to interview someone.
Oh, yeah.
For the show.
Oh, yeah. Big news. This is a big one.
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep,
This
beep,
is
beep, beep, beep.
Many who know us may have been waiting for this very interview.
Yeah, honestly.
This could shake the foundation.
This could really put us into the next level,
Yeah.
This could help us take David Dobrik's spot
Good spot.
as the #1 vlog YouTuber.
This just in. Vlogger David Dobrik has been replaced by podcast duo. That was Min. Hello.
Hello.
All right. Well, thanks for listening
Thanks for
and watching. Sorry
Thank you.
about the video weirdness. There's a chance that'll happen with the other video. Heads up. So don't be
Blame Tim Apple.
blame Timothy Apple.
Timothy Apple and his design team.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Peace.